Hey everyone, J-Ro here, back with another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and today I am bringing you a banner review for Red 13's new Limit Break Draw outfit and weapon, the Pirate's Navigator outfit, and the Pirate's Collar weapon. Alright, so before we get into it, if you could, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Alright, so finally the fabled Red 13 Limit Break Draw weapon is here. And might I say, the animation looks great. Look at this, a spin around, and apparently it is giving us a buff. But before we get into Red 13's banner, let's go ahead and talk about some of these past Limit Break Draw banners right quick, okay? I know I didn't do a banner review last week for this one, the past Limit Break Draw Volume 1 that featured basically the Bahamut Greatsword, Bahamut Cutter, Greatsword, not Greatsword, but the Blade of the Worthy and the Gun of the Worthy. All are good weapons in their own right, but Bahamut Greatsword and Bahamut Cutter are should be in the regular Limit Break Draw pool now. And I don't see why you would go for those at this point. They were non-elemental physical based damage weapons. Let's do try on right quick. Let's start with Yuffie. Bahamut Cutter, a great physical based weapon. The R abilities are great. The P attack all allies, physical ability potency, and it does do magic defense up mid-tier maximum high, which is pretty strong for Yuffie. But there are other ways to get around doing that now, but it's a good addition to her kit. Alright, when it comes to Cloud, the Bahamut Greatsword, we all know that this is that additional 40k damage, which is kind of sort of been power crept a little bit with Sage's staff, but still a good addition to Cloud. This is also how Cloud has access to haste in his own kit. So yeah, and it was the first weapon with the additional damage on it, okay? But now I would say it's pretty outdated. It's mainly been relegated to being a physical attack or allies, physical ability potency weapon. Now, if we look at Sephiroth's Blade of the Worthy, this is his exploit weakness weapon. At OB10 gives it 40% exploit weakness damage, and then it is an attack all and ability potency, so very good R abilities, very good on Sephiroth, who is an extremely strong DPS. It's decent to go for, but like I said, with the anniversary right around the corner, they're doing everything they can to get us to drain as many crystals as we can if we don't already have these weapons maxed out already. Same goes for Vincent and his Gun of the Worthy. It was the first weapon with a elemental weakness attached to it, which is ice, but his is a first time use condition. So unlike the new Zack Fire weapon from the Dragon Quest Tech crossover, it can't be reapplied. Also same with Angeal's water weakness weapon. That was the major difference, but this is a very strong physical ice DPSing weapon. Basically meant to be the replacement for the Stream Saber that Cloud got at the 0.5 anniversary. All of which I think now these weapons are pretty strong to skip. And actually none of these outfits had reprise, so Volume 1 is something that I would say would be a skip. Now when it comes to Volume 2, what you have here is the conundrum of Aerith and her Bahamut's robe and rod. Bahamut's robe has turned out to be basically her best outfit almost since last year. Probably the #1 outfit everyone uses since last year. Then let's look at the Bahamut rod, which we'll be talking a little bit more about this anyway. This weapon is great. More times than not now lately, I found myself not using it as much. Given a 59% heal, physical defense up mid-tier maximum mid, and an additional 1 ATB when her health is 90% or less, but very strong R abilities, especially as a M attack all weapon on a healer. Pretty strong. Then we got Tifa, Bahamut Fangs, and Bahamut Suit. Bahamut Fangs is really outdated for Tifa now, because this weapon came out before she got her Premium Heart Ultimate weapon. With her getting a Premium Heart Ultimate weapon, that made the haste inside of this weapon pretty much useless. And then M attack up, most people would prefer for her to be able to do M attack, not be able to do M attack up and be able to do something else. But it was pretty rare for when it came out. But what it is good for is its R abilities of magic attack all allies and magic ability potency. Alright, next up we'll go to Angel and the 1.5 anniversary weapons and outfits. The Great Sword of the Worthy being a weapon that does mid-tier maximum high physical and magical defense, and provides a veil when the HP is 70% or less for the entire team. And having the R abilities of attack all allies and physical defense is pretty strong if you didn't pull for it back then. But I really would say there are ways around getting that physical magical defense up when needed. It was a pretty strong weapon at OB6 as well, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's a good weapon, but I don't think you should be pulling for it now. If you did go on this banner, you will probably be going for that Reprieve costume though, because this is the one Reprieve costume out of all of the characters on these two banners. And then last but not least, would be Tifa's Earth Arcanum set, the Armor of the Worthy and the Gauntlets of the Worthy. Basically the newest Earth Arcanum set without, with the ability to increase Earth damage as Tifa attacks, and then also gives her 3 additional ATB, so she can really get to maximum Earth damage in 2 hits without sacrificing anything but one AT, without only sacrificing but 5 ATB basically. All right, so there you have it on that. Like I said, the volume 1 and volume 2 are, I would say, complete skips if you did not, unless you weren't around for them and you're lacking in either earth or ice, because these are the new strongest earth and ice physical arcanums. Like I said, Sephiroth is a good strong for to be in his kit overall, but the other 3 probably are good skips. All right, so that being said, and we have till September the 6th on this, so up until the anniversary on these. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump into what we are here for. Red 13's Limit Break Draw banner. I already looked at the animation, so let's go ahead and go straight into looking at the outfit. And this outfit is freaking cool. I love it for Red. Look at the jacket. Oh my goodness. And the little pirate hat. And he even has a little eye patch. I love it. Now what I don't get is the daggers on the side of his body. Like, how is he grabbing those? He's definitely not using those. Those are accessories for someone else, like Tifa or Cloud, to grab off of the side of him and use at will. But I do like how someone tied a red sash around him as well. You can obviously tell Red 13 did not dress himself in this era. Probably helped him with this outfit. Even got some little adornments on the tail even. Yeah, someone definitely helped him get dressed here. But it's pretty cool. Alright, now that I've adored this outfit, I love it. It's like at least a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10 for me. Alright, let's take a look at what this outfit does. The Pirate's Navigator, it does have Reprieve. So here we go. We got Red 13 finally with Reprieve. And Sailor's Vision, which is physical magical defense plus 20%. And when granting magic attack up, the max potency tier is +1. So whenever Red 13 hits max potency, the next cast when he does max potency of let's say pilots, not, yeah, we'll say pilots, not pilots collar, brilliant collar, when he's doing the wind damage up in magic attack. It goes up, if I'm not mistaken, mid tier each time. So mid, maximum, high. When you hit that maximum high, it'll go to extra high, the 4th tier. All right. So that's pretty strong on someone like Red 13, who does do a lot of magic attack up buffing with his elemental buffing weapons. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in and see what Pilot Collar is all about. We're looking at it at 5-star. Physical attack is 26, magic attack is 33, and heal is 53. It is a magic heal of 42% healing. AoE, magic attack is increased low for all allies 15 seconds, maximum low. And when HP is 70% or more, lightning damage is increased low, maximum low, 15 seconds, all allies. And when HP is 40% or less, an additional 1 ATB for everyone buff Red 13. Wow. So this is literally lightning version of Brilliant Collar with a heal, and with the ability of the Bahamut rod as well. Okay, pretty strong. Our abilities are magic attack our allies and buff debuff extension. And the materia slots are magic attack, heal boost, and Asuna All. Red 13 has Asuna All. That means all 3 healers now have a limit break draw weapon that has Asuna All. Matt has his Duraplades that has an Asuna All cure spot. And now Red 13 has the Pirate's Collar that's an Asuna All cure slot. And then for Aerith, it's Bahamut's Rod, which has an Asuna All cure slot in the 3rd slot. Pretty strong weapon. Just looking at it here at 5-star, it is a strong weapon to have. And pretty much tailored. The reason it's releasing this week, that lightning damage up and magic attack, is probably for the guild battle, because the guild battle is magic lightning. All right, now let's go ahead and look at OB5. We're looking, I mean, not OB5, but OB1. Physical attack is 267, magic attack is 337, heal is 261, the magic heal goes up to 50%, the durations go up to 20 seconds, and that is the only thing that changed. Well, yeah. And the HP threshold for the additional ATB goes up from 40 to 50%. The R abilities are magic attack our allies 32 over buff debuff extension 18. Alright, let's go ahead and look at OB6. We're looking at physical attack 420, magic attack 530, heal 314. It is a magic heal of 54% for all allies. And then magic attack is mid-tier, maximum high at OB6 for a duration of 20 seconds. Then lightning damage threshold is still 70% with mid, maximum, high for 20 seconds. And then the threshold for the HP, for the HP threshold for the additional 1 ATB is 70% or lower. All right. Looking at the R abilities, magic attack our allies 40 and buff debuff extension 30. All right, now let's look at it at OB10 130. We're looking at pack attack 458, mac attack 578, heal is 333. It is 59% healing for all allies. It is magic attack is still mid-tier, maximum high with a duration of 25 seconds. The HP is 70% or more lightning damage, still for 25 seconds and mid-tier, maximum high. And last but not least, the HP threshold is 90% or less for the additional 1 ATB. So basically exactly like Bahamut's Rod. And providing M attack our allies, buff debuff extension, 46 over 42. And yeah, yeah, if I have to give this weapon a rating, it's a good, strong 9 out of 10. They didn't do anything predatory as far as the difference between OB6 and OB10. Just that HP threshold for the additional 1 ATB, which will probably come up pretty good. Because losing 10% on your character is nothing to get that additional 1 ATB. 70, you kind of like can't gauge where the 70% is, which is why I really like what Ryder and Pelio was talking about on their podcast video that they did not too long ago about the whole ideal of the HP, the bar changing colors based off our HP. We have red, we have green. We need something to notate when we're like at 50 and 70%, so that we have a visual cue to know where we are with our HP. I do agree with that change. I hope that Applebot is listening to someone and is going to implement that change. But until then, we have to take a good strong guess where that is. But OB6 is pretty strong for this weapon. Yeah, if you pull forward, OB6 is where you want to go. Anywhere between OB1 and 5, you're looking decent as a support weapon. You're just not getting the full benefit from it. Then you're looking at 50% or less HP for the 1 ATB. Like I said, it's a strong healing weapon regardless. So even if you get it for between OB1 and 5, that's strong too. All right, so that's enough about that. The Albrian is on this banner along with the other 2 limit break draw volumes. So there is that. So Lucia has had a lot of chances for her ultimate weapon to be picked up this month. So let's go ahead and check out the stamp card. So we have our generic stamp card here. We got 2 copies on the first page and the outfit. Then on the second page we have 3 copies of the weapon and a 1 guaranteed weapon slot, and then the EX page is going forward from there. So nothing special about the stamp card. Alright, let's talk about Wishlist here. So if you're mid-maxing for the guild battle, there is some things I do want to note about wishlisting right now. So all of the featured banners from the summer event have gone away. So now all of the weapons from those are able to be wishlist. So you got, Angeal's inflatable Buster Sword. This is that water weakness weapon I was mentioning earlier. Pretty good here. The Surfer Blade from Zach is extremely good for his kit. Even though you would probably prefer to use his exploit weakness weapon, this is a strong weapon to add into his physical kit, because it raises physical attack high and physical defense down high at the same time, and it's AoE. That's a pretty good featured weapon, which is why I'm gonna have a wish list here. Both of these are on my wish list. But a weapon I do want to talk about wish listing that should pertain to people when they're thinking about their guild battle teams is Mermaid's Rod. This is literally what Red's out weapon is, but minus the extra ATB and everything, but it's physical based. This raises physical attack and lightning damage. You've seen me use it in several of the Bahamut Leviathan Bahamut clears. So there's that. It's a strong weapon. It does do mid-tier maximum high on the lightning damage, but only mid-tier on the physical attack. But the reason I say this is a decent weapon, if you're trying to just get that extra lightning damage in for your guild battle team, you probably want to look at having this on your wish list if you're pulling. And then just for me, I'm going to put some options here for lightning damage up. So you're looking at the SSR 1976. This is a pretty strong sub weapon for boost HP and lightning potency, with that 56 lightning potency on the bottom. That is really good for any lightning build, whether that be physical or magical. Even though this weapon is geared toward magic, it's still good even in a physical build, because usually that 56 points will help push you to level 8 or higher lightning potency. All right, and then another good weapon to wish list would be the Witch's Broom. This one is more physical geared, but it is it does do boost attack and lightning potency, so a pretty strong sub weapon that can be used to boost your overall damage in general. All right, so that's it for the wish list. That's it for the stamp card. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about the Pirate's Collar, and if you're gonna pull on any one of these banners. Now, one thing to note, if you're not trying to mid-max for the guild battle, I would say hold off on pulling Red 13. The banner does not end until September the 10th, which is 1 week into, which is actually a couple, not even 1 week, because usually they like to release the anniversary on the 7th. You know, they like to mean the 7th of the month. So if they're releasing the anniversary on September the 7th, that's 3 days after that we get the first banner for the anniversary. So we should have an idea of what even the theme is. Maybe we might have an idea of the other characters through the event story. So then that gives you a chance to know if you want to pull for this weapon. This weapon is great, but I guarantee you the anniversary will probably bring at least two out of the 4 weapons from the anniversary will be astronomically better than anything that's probably available right now. All right, so in my idea, I'm going to pull because I am mid-maxing for the guild battle. But like I said, my suggestion is if you are not mid-maxing for the guild battle, just wait. And then if you do decide to pull for the guild battle, if you can get the OB6, which you can get if you go to page 2, at minimum you get OB4. You only need 2 more copies that are not on the stamp card to get the OB6, and you're good to go. Okay, all right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into some draws. One. We slow rolling it today, y'all. Also, I do want to say, I'm sorry I didn't mention it before I started doing the draws, but if you do decide to do any draws on the banner, I want to wish you all the best of luck. All right. Oh man, Cloud, come on, let's see. We ain't gonna hold back. Eek, no goal. All right, so we starting off kind of dry. We need to see the red chocobo. We need to see black chocobo. We need to see more than 1 stamp. Good God. Well, we're getting our first copy of red. Maybe we can get multiple copies of red here. That would be good because we need at least 2 outside of the stamp card copies. Come on. Oh, there's a goal. There's a goal. Oh, we got 3 goals. And that's 2 Kate Sis and a red 13. All right, red 13's new limit break weapon is in my possession, of course, from a guaranteed copy. All right, and that should be 2 copies. Nope, that's Witch's Broom and Yellow Megaphone. Okay, something that isn't wish list. Nice. All right, let's keep it pushing. Well, I am getting 1 stamp to death today. 3 1 stamps off the bat. Man. Only thing that would be good about the 1 stamps is if I'm getting goals along with them. Oh, Murasame, let's go. That is Aerith? Okay, the mermaid staff is the mermaid rod should be OB10 now. Good. Let's just take a look at that right quick. Yep, that is OB10 on Mermaid's Rod. So I'm gonna switch that out for another weapon. Probably for magic ability potency. Let's go power up Vincent's. Let me check out Vincent's sawed off GS. Let's see. It's maxed out, so I don't need it. Let's go ahead and go to Tifa and do Power Soul. Yeah, that'll be a good one to max out. All right. Okay, finally a 2-stamp. Okay, I can finally be happy. Whew. All right, maybe this 5-star guarantee to give me multiple copies of Red 13's weapon here. Come on. Let's get extra copies. Oh. Okay, we got Tifa and Angeal. Okay, so that should be the inflatable Buster Sword, hopefully. Okay, cool. And Power Soul, not bad. I'm not going to complain about wishlist weapons. Oh, there go Reddy. Reddy just showed up. Let's go. All right, come on now. It's got to be a great pool. Reddy just showed up on the pool video, y'all. Reddy always makes that appearance, don't he? All right, let's see. Come on. Murakami Cloud. Nope. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, oh, Red 13. That's the guaranteed copy. It don't matter. Okay. Goodness. All right, them guaranteed copies is coming through, but all right, we back at our 1 stamp. Come on. Oh, Murakami Cloud. Nice. Come on. Ooh. There go a red and 2 cakes. Come on, red. Yes. Okay, that's 1 extra copy that wasn't on the stamp card. Nice. 1 more and I can guarantee OB6 by the end of the 2nd page. There go Reddy. That's what I'm talking about. He's showing up. There we go. 3 stamps. We done with the 1st page. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Come on. Nope. No Murakami this time. Come on. Red. Ooh. Boy, it's getting rough out here in these streets. All right. 1st page down and only 1 extra copy. Eeh, looking kind of rough. All right. Let's see if page 2 gives me some better luck. All right. We're starting off good for page 2. We got 2 stamp. All right, now we just need 3 copies. Come on, 3 copies. Outside of the 3 on here. Yeah. Nope, no copies. Good night. Whew. Almost 100 and extra between purple and blue. Oh, there go a 3-stamp chocobo. Let's go. All right, that's going to be another guaranteed copy right there. Can we get more than 1 guaranteed copy right here? That will put me at OB6 at the end of this stamp card page. Nope, just the guaranteed copy. Ugh. Whew, they making it rough on a guy today. Good God. All right. So we're at OB3. Okay, 2 stamps. Finishing out. Okay, we got the stamp 6 already. Not bad. All right, we're on the road to the last 2 guaranteed copies. It would be cool if I got a 5-stamp chocobo in the next pool, though. All right, come on. There is a Tifa and an Angeal. Why are these pools mimicking themselves? Like, really, they are really mimicking themselves. Okay, not bad. We finally hit the threshold of 100 over. All right, not bad. Now we're gonna keep pushing. Come on. Okay, 2 stamp. I can accept a 2 stamp. All right, maybe Reddy will come and take us to the last stamp for that last 3 stamps. Okay. Oh, Murasame. Okay, cool. All right. Multiple red no, just one. Oh, come on. I need one more extra copy of red, at least to go to OB6. Why am I getting Holy Flame gloves? Sheesh. Okay. All right. Last of my tickets. 3? Nope, a 1. They are making me go into my blue crystals. Ain't that some mess? All right, but multiple more chances to get another copy of Red's weapon. Come on, this gotta be the pool. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, that's that. Okay, that's Surfer's blade. Not bad. All right. And yellow chocobo, 2-step. Okay, so we are at the end of the banner. Can we get 2 copies of Red 13's weapon right here? I'm at OB5 otherwise. Come on, 2 copies. 2 copies. Come on. We'll watch this one. We got Murasame Cloud coming out. Okay, that's a good sign. All right. Ooh, that's a lot of energy being exuded off of this Iron Giant. Let's go. I really think that they should come up with some more animations for us. Ooh, that was a pretty slow fever. Good night. All right, come on. This got to be multiple copies of Red 13. Can it be? Can it be, y'all? Let's go. Nope, just the guaranteed copy. Darn. Okay. Got the guaranteed. All right. Well, that takes care of that. Let's go ahead and go check out the spoils. Well, there's Red 13 right there. Alright, so with Red 13's weapon, let's see, we are going to push it to OB5. I do have 400 parts, so I can take it to OB6. Okay, that's good. Well, actually, I can take it to OB7 and still have some parts left too. Interesting. Okay, got some things to think about here. Alright. But I am going to go ahead and make, because it's an M attack all weapon and buff debuff extension, and I'm going to be using it for guild battle, I will go ahead and push it to 130. Alright. Pretty strong, pretty strong. What about this Angel weapon? How did I end out with it? OB5 on it now. Alright. And then Surfer's blade, got 1 copy of it. And last but not least, the mermaid rod did get to go to OB10. Nice. All right. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching the video. If you do decide to go into the banner and do any pulls on any of the banners, let me know down below. If you do, which banner you're going for, and you know what you're expecting from it. We're on the fast track. We're what, 2-3 weeks away from the anniversary beginning September 7th. I'm really psyched about that. So if anybody does do any pulls though, I do want to wish you the best of luck on your pulls. So if you did find this video enjoyable or informative, remember to leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content, click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post that content, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Later.